He's doing Twitch. Is he doing Twitch? Or is he doing Discord? Or is he doing both of them?
I think he's doing Discord, yeah. That's the one I think, because I see him advertising it on Twitter every once in a while.
Yeah, good for him, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, man, whatever buys the house. That's what I say.
Right, sure. I don't know nothing about no Discord. I barely know about Twitter, even though I propose that I know a lot about Twitter.
You have Twitter classes, Joe.
Yeah, I do, but nobody seems to listen in them. That's the problem.
I listen.
Oh, shit. I got to check this before we... Ugh. It's been a hectic day.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, you're checking that. I'm grabbing the pen that I can see where I'm sitting because it's bugging me.
Okay. This is all part of the show. Todd got up and left.
I'm back.
All right, good. The episode is kind of sort of began, so I left all that in.
Oh, okay. While I went to get my pen?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm glad everybody will get to hear my pen adventure.
Yes.
So, where were we?
So, other than disappointing everyone at the Mahoning Drive-In, what did you do this weekend?
Nothing. I watched a lot of TV. I binge watched all of Stranger Things.
Right. Because there was a porch talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Was it there?
As you listened, I liked it way more than Adam did. So, but yeah.
I plan on watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet.
And because you know me, I never give you spoilers. I will say this about this season. More intense, more like...
Oh, they go camping in it?
Yes, more intense. TP Wigwam, calm down. You're too tense. They do a lot of to me it's a little more gory than the last couple seasons, and not super gory for what it is. They just go into it, and I'm like, okay, I dig it. It's not like full on in your face, but there's some stuff, and the effects that they do are really good. With one of the things, like they do a lot of practical, and I was really happy with it. And once again, Winona Ryder, you can never go wrong.
Right, I saw you tweet out a thing. It's like no matter how lame they try to make her look in the show, it doesn't work.
Right. Because there's a scene where they have her she's trying to protect herself. She's got these goggles and these oven mitts, and I'm like, don't care. Would not kick her out of bed. I mean, would not, talk to her, if you get my meaning.
Sure.
I don't want to get vulgar.
Right.
Yeah, so that's all I did. I'm sad I didn't go. I see you guys had a lot of fun. I know you're probably saving that for the other show.
I'm there to work,
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I'll say, and I said this publicly, privately. I said it publicly there. I said it privately before into a microphone. But when I saw all these new names and faces and stuff that I didn't recognize.
Right.
And then when I showed up on Friday and there was a new crop of kids that were putting up the ring, and I'm like, oh, look at all these people that are doing the work that I'm not going to have to do.
Oh, see, if I knew that, maybe I would have came. Right. I was afraid that they'd crack the whip and I'd have to go take the ring down again.
The only thing that I had to do with any sort of the disassembly was I had a knife because I'd gotten a new. I didn't get the keychain pocket knife yet because as we told months ago, when I went to Aruba, I hadn't traveled in a long time, so all my knives were in my bag and on my person, so I lost them all.
You're 3 knives down from what I hear.
Well, I'm 1 up now.
Okay.
I got a new multi-tool gimmick for my birthday. And I have a feeling I'll be getting the pocket knife for Father's Day. And if I don't, I'll just buy it for myself,
There you go. What is it, like one of those Leatherman things?
So the one that I had before was like a Leatherman gimmick, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is like the official multi-tool where you unfold it and it's pliers and then each side has 4 or 5 different things on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a step up from the previous multi-tool thing that I had. And since that thing had a knife on it, I had to like cut all the zip ties that like held up all the tarps and tents and stuff that created the locker room.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Because nobody else had a knife. I'm the only one who carried a knife, you know?
I always carry a knife. I carry a knife and a sharpener.
I carry always knives, pens. So I don't do it anymore, but back in the day, knives, pens, Sharpies. I always bring books with me just in case I need to read something and like I run out of like juice on my phone or whatever.
Right, and you never get to them.
And what I used to always do as well was, and I haven't done this in a while, maybe I need to, in between my phone and the case for my phone.
Oh, I know this.
I would put like $5 or $10.
Yep. These are all the things that you taught me while we were in Baltimore when I was first not getting my sketches from a certain artist.
That was a long time ago.
You were like, yeah, I keep in here in my case between this and X amount of money and always a pen. And I remember while we were at a con, I gave you your pen back and you were super proud of me because nobody ever gives you your pens back.
Well, civilians give me my pens back. Mm-hmm. I had been dealing with people in the wrestling community.
Right.
And I only got a pen back from one person in the 17 years of me being involved in wrestling. Did I ever get a pen or a Sharpie back from someone?
And I always tell the story whenever this stuff comes up with that con too, shocking your wife because I was early to get for us to leave at the con. She's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, yeah, it's like, call it 10 minutes to whatever time you told me to be here. Traffic was good. I got extra in case it was. She goes, I'm used to traveling with wrestlers, and they're always 2 hours late.
Yeah. Always 2 hours late and always an excuse.
Right. Where I'm early and I bring like bagels. So
right. Exactly. So getting back to Stranger Things, not going to get into this on the main show. I was listening to a podcast today, which, again, I am wont to do. And I'm not sure what circles one of the hosts run in.
Okay.
But he was saying how the circles that he runs in, everyone is raving about how good the actress who plays Baby Leia is.
Okay.
Because I haven't seen anybody saying that.
Did he say how good of a runner she was?
No, he didn't mention her running abilities, but he's not really a runner or a drop toe hold guy either way. So, And I guess there's a rumor going around that like Obi-Wan is going to be the stealth backdoor pilot to a teenage Leia TV show on Disney Plus.
Ooh, I hope it has as much politics as the prequels.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. So we'll see. I just thought it was funny that he's like, yeah, I'm seeing everybody raving how good that little girl who plays Leia is. And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't seen nobody saying that, but.
No, I get you. I totally get you on that. But that's what happens when you listen to podcasts.
I agree. You get ideas and opinions of other people. I agree. It's bad news. But I guess the prevailing rumors, and there's all rumor and innuendo. There's a bullshit person saying these things. That Millie Bobby Brown, who plays 11 in Stranger Things,
right,
is going to play teenage Leia.
That would work for me. I have no problem. She looks more like Natalie Portman than she does Carrie Fisher. So,
well, this is, she's supposed to, everything is supposed to remind us of the prequels, which is a bad thing.
It all rhymes.
Right. What the hell was I going to say with this? Now, about, aren't Leia and Luke, though, in A New Hope, which is what we have to call it now, aren't they supposed to be teenagers in that?
Yes, but maybe they're in this, she's going to be a tweener, man. I don't know. So, but yeah, because we're 10 years, at the point of Obi-Wan, we're 10 years out from the end of the prequels. So we're 8 years away from like A New Hope. That's the way I always understood. I always understood that like Luke was waiting to turn 18 so he could go off to the academy and become a pilot.
Right. He wanted to go to the Tashi station and pick up some power converters.
Right, but he had to stay for one more cycle. You know what I mean? Because then he was going to get people. Uncle Owen was going to hire people. So I don't know.
So is it going to be like early teens, late teens? I don't know.
It'll probably be early teens. I don't know. I always felt like Leia was older than Luke. I don't know why. So
well, I think we were originally supposed to have believed that.
Mm-hmm.
But then they've kind of retconned it that they're twins.
Right. Well, but I don't know. Will I watch it? Most likely, unless it's absolutely garbage. You know what I mean? So
Right, of course.
I'm all in on the Marvel and the Star Wars show.
So also as we record this, and if you're listening to this on the $5 level, Todd, forget. Obviously there's the rib of each of us sharing the birthday with someone that the other likes.
Right.
You share a birthday with Mick Foley. I share a birthday with Clint Eastwood.
Right. So one of us is winning on that one because
I'd say now so if we're just comparing those two heads up, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're winning.
I'm winning because I'm with Mick Foley?
Yes.
No, you're a scary young man.
You got a lot more time with Mick Foley than I do with Clint Eastwood.
Well, no, what I mean is you have the cooler birthday. The better birthday.
Okay. So here's where I'm going to disprove you, okay?
Okay, this is where you think you're going to disprove me.
No. So here's the other people that you share a birthday with.
Prince.
Okay, Prince. Okay. That are just as cool, if not cooler than Mick Foley, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Prince. Dean Martin.
Right.
Liam Neeson's.
Okay.
Tom Jones.
It's not unusual to share a birthday with Tom Jones.
Right. There's a lot of other people that are like Jessica Tandy. Jessica Tandy's a good one, right?
Murder, She Wrote?
No, Jessica Tandy is Driving Miss Daisy.
Okay, who is... Anyway.
Murder, She Wrote was Angela Lansbury.
Okay.
Thurman Munson.
Okay.
Superstar Billy Graham, another professional wrestler.
All right, stop insulting me.
All right. I'm trying to see who else here. William Forsythe.
Okay.
And there's a lot of other ones. Now, this one I have to look at. He was a man from the 1800s.
Right.
Oh, you share a birthday with Hitler's dad.
Oh. So I'm winning there. Okay.
And you also share, and Gaddafi was also born on this day as well. So.
Some heavy hitters, Joe.
Yeah, listen. Hitler's dad.
Oh my God.
That's like, that's like the man who made Hitler,
Oh yeah, he's his mentor apparently. Oh, I'm glad I'm in good company.
I would say so.
Okay, so let's go over who the 31st. You got Clint, Colin Farrell. That guy's cool. Brooke Shields.
Okay.
Joe Namath.
All right, Joe Namath. He helped me with the vapor lock problem I had in my car that one time.
That's no laughing matter, Joe.
That's right.
This is the slowest loading site. Walt Whitman.
Leaves a grass my ass, Walt Whitman.
Right. John Bonham from Led Zeppelin, the drummer. Nate Robinson.
I don't know who that is.
He was a basketball player. I'm looking at some more. Leah Thompson from Howard the Duck.
Sure.
From
that star of Howard the Duck, right?
Yeah, that hack comedian Chris Elliott.
Oh, that's okay. Now wait a minute. I'll take that.
No, I know. I did that because I'd get your dander up, Joe. I'm looking at these other ones. I don't really. Tom Berenger.
Star of Major League, sure.
Yes, and he wasn't in Major League 2. I don't. Was he? Maybe
he was. He was in 1 and 2, and then I think Corbin Burnson was the only one who was in all of them.
Right, because he owned the minor league team in 3, I think. But I don't know. I lost the website I was using had way too many ads, so
Don Amici.
Was he he's a mafia guy, right?
No, he was an actor. He was like the picture that they have him appears to be from like the 40s, right? But what the hell would you know him from? He was in Cocoon. He was Mortimer from Trading Places.
Okay.
All right.
That's a big one, Joe.
That's a big one. Johnny Paycheck.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. You win right there, Joe.
All right. I know you're a fan. Waka Flocka Flame.
I was just gonna bring him up.
Good.
The man you model your life after.
Corey Hart.
Oh, there you go.
Not one of the famous Hart family members from the Hart family dungeon, right?
I was just gonna say.
Okay.
He's better than Brett, at least.
Oh, how dare you!
What? I'm team not Brett, Joe. And I think he has all amazing faces on his dolls.
Madge Blake.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Midge.
No, do you know who Madge Blake is?
No.
Aunt Harriet from the Batman TV show.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah,
you love that TV show.
And if you know, you know. I lose all credibility for my birth date by sharing it with Cody Hall, Scott Hall's loser son.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Anybody who's in wrestling or wrestling adjacent can be a loser?
No. It takes a very special type of person in the world of professional wrestling to be considered a loser.
I may have questions for you off the air about wrestling, so.
All right. Of course you do. You always do.
No, because I was brought into well, you know what I'm going to ask here? It was brought into my timeline.
Right.
2 times, 2 pictures. Something like, because you had the picture of me and then the picture of Mick, and you were like hardcore. And Fred from Pod Van Dam was like, oh, it's the same picture.
Fred?
Yeah. Fred from Pod Van Dam.
I almost lost my headphones on that. Oh my God.
And he's like, oh, it's the same picture. And then I don't have it pulled up. It was like 2 times.
Yes.
Right.
So it's like, not wrestling related. Young Ed from Pod Van Dam is a fan of this K-pop band called Twice. That's the name of the band.
Okay.
So he finds any excuse to bring it up into conversation to annoy people.
Oh, well, he annoyed me because I thought it was wrestling related.
There you go. No, it was not wrestling related. It was Korean pop band related.
And young Fred from Pod Van Dam is the guy who hates AC/DC, right?
Correct.
Oh, okay. So we got beef. Okay.
He's got. Listen, Ed doesn't listen to the show. He'll never hear this. He has the worst taste in music, and it's 1,000% a bit, right?
What? You love bits.
Oh. Ed's like, then again, he'll never hear this, so again, don't tell him. He's the only person that I kind of let slide on his bits because they're so bad and no one buys into them. And then like randos buy into them, like the people that still have the picture of the egg as their Twitter account,
right?
Or they've been on this godforsaken website for 12 years and they have 0 followers. Like the porn bots even ignore them.
Oh my God!
You know what I mean? And it'll say something stupid as part of his bit, you know. And then they'll start chiming in, and that's what Ed lives for. He lives for that interaction with like the dregs of Twitter, you know?
Right.
Like he goes and tweets something out today as we're recording this. How come no one told me that Stone Temple Pilots have exactly one good song? Now again, patently wrong. Musical tastes we could argue about, but even if you don't like Stone Temple Pilots, I could name 3 that I could play for you and you would like, even if you're not a fan, like, and you didn't know, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm being conservative and saying they've gotten minimally 3 great songs. Okay. So I'm like, I'm not even going to interact with that, but someone's going to interact with that tweet. And that's what Ed lives for. Right.
Yeah.
Now I'm not going to say that I bit on the bit, but he was disparaging Roddy Piper the other day.
Oh, I saw that because
Yes.
because it sneaks into my timeline, and I was like, oh, Joe, and I was like, Joe Bit. Even I was like, Joe Bit, because as much as I hate wrestling, Roddy Piper's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Because he was, in RoboCop, the TV show, he was in They Live, so he gets all kinds of street cred.
He was in Body Slam.
No.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
What?
He was Roddy Piper was in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
That's right. He signed his parking ticket and handed it to somebody. Which
he had all those buckets of chestnuts in his car.
I think was probably taken from real life, to tell you the truth.
Oh, so do I.
But yeah, and even I'm like there are times where I see you bite, and I'm gonna always call him this young Fred from Pod Van Dam. You'll bite on that, or anytime people, when a certain co-host of yours bangs on Bret Hart, and you and the Boar and all you, I'm like, oh my God, he got you. He hooked you. It's
been a long time since Adams hooked me in regards to the Bret Hart stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't think
maybe the Boar. Maybe the Boar. But with Ed's thing, it was less that he was biting, that I bit on what he was saying. It was more so it was like, oh my God, look at this 15 years past his prime Roddy Piper promo where he mentions Right Said Fred 15 years after its relevancy. Look how lame he is. And I agree. I'm like, yeah, that's not a good example, right?
Right.
And then I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, I haven't seen from the Saturday Night's Main Event that was supposed to be Roddy Piper's retirement. They did like this video package for him to My Way.
Okay.
And with Ed talking about how bad Roddy Piper is, I wanted to watch that video again. So when I pulled up that video, I saw that it was part of a playlist of Roddy Piper stuff from that era.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, if I just have Ed watch from here on, he's going to get like a good run. And it's not going to be huge because it's like a 2-minute promo here, 3-minute promo there. And it's like all like the heavy hitters of that era of WWE. It's Roddy Piper. It's Adrian Adonis. It's Mouth of South Jimmy Hart. It's Cowboy Bob Orton. It's the Magnificent Morocco. It's Mr. Fuji. It's the Iron Sheik. It's like all the heavy hitters, right?
Oh, sure.
Listen, I've not, I've not named a single untruth at this point.
I think you've named a lot of untruths, but go ahead.
So I sent it to Ed, and I'm going to guess he probably didn't watch any of it, but I enjoyed watching it.
And I enjoyed you enjoying watching it, Joe.
There you go. So what's the birthday plan as opposed to comparing these two things?
What do you mean?
What's the plan for the birthday?
I don't know for what birthday.
Your birthday?
Okay, we usually do it on the main show. That's why you confused me. My plan was I went and I got my books and I came home and I made when I'm not taken out to dinner with friends, because, it's the middle of the week and most of my friends now are out of state. I just come home and make my typical birthday dinner that my mom used to make me. So, which consists of rigatoni and ragu sauce.
Gotcha.
So that was my day. I mean, and I went to work too, but I came home early. I was like, the Cinnabon doesn't need me. It's almost on autopilot. So
sure. But that's it. I was just wondering what your birthday plan was. April and Asa went to the hibachi place on Friday for my birthday.
With you, without you, or
without me?
Oh, okay. There you go.
But that's okay.
I'm mad now. I just realized because you brought up Don Morocco. Yes. I wanted to tweet out the anniversary of the time I met him in the bagel shop.
Right.
And that was June 1st, and now I'm sad. It's too late.
If only you had a system that you could remind yourself of these things.
I do. In my phone, I have a lot of stuff. I have all the Smokey and the Bandit dates.
Gotcha.
On the thing, but I don't have the day I met the real Don Morocco in the bagel shop and totally got randos to bite on that one, Joe.
That was a good day too. All right. So I think that's enough for this show, huh?
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. This was Longbox Heroes After Dark 395. The most insular podcast in the world.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Amazon affiliate link and patreon.com/longboxheroes. We're recording previewing the past this weekend.
Yep.
$5 and up, you get it, like as soon as it's done. I take it all the ums and ahs and clicking and clacking on eBay.
Right. Your big, heavy, meaty thumbs and fingers. Right.
So it's a 3-hour podcast that gets whittled down to a lean 145 with all that shit taken out of it,
Right. This week, again, should be a short show.
Oh, boy. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.